Hi, I'm Molly.
And I'm Jamie, and this is our From the Pasture with Hired Hand podcast. As the owners of Hired Hand website software, we've been developing websites and creating internet marketing strategies for livestock breeders for the past 10 years.
The majority of our customers are involved in the breeding of registered animals, such as Texas Longhorns, Highland cattle, horses, and white-tailed deer, where the pedigrees are very important. The From the Pasture with Hired Hand podcast examines many of the differences in raising pedigreed livestock for maximum profit. Join us and learn what we're covering today.
Well, hi, Gordon. Thanks for joining us today.
Jamie, thank you so much for all you do. We're excited to have our sale this close, and we're excited that you and Hired Hand are part of it.
Well, we're excited to be there. We're looking forward to it. For those people that don't know you, can you introduce yourself?
I'll do my best. I think I don't qualify as a legitimate old-timer in Longhorn circles, but I've been in the Longhorn breeding circuit for probably approaching 20 years. We've, in the last few years, gotten very, very serious about it with the embryo work, and it's been really exciting. So we're excited to see the development of our program. But I think as much as that, I've been really enthused about the producers that I see in our region, especially, who are really stepping up and raising some world-class cattle. So we're excited about the sale, and my history is in the Longhorn breed is approaching 20 years. Outside of the Longhorn business, my career field has been real estate, and I don't want to offend anyone, but I was in politics for a season, and I love herding cattle more than I love herding politicians. So there's a lot of the same stuff on the floor at the end of the day, but we're excited to be involved in the Longhorn breed. It's just phenomenal cattle and amazing people.
Well, good. So you gave a little history about yourself. Now let's give a little history about the sale.
Well, this is the fifth annual Top Hand sale, and it came about as a byproduct of just a desire to promote the breed and help producers in our region develop a market for their Longhorns. And so, with this being the fifth Top Hand sale, we are seeing a larger number of regional breeders, and frankly, we're seeing a lot more attention from people on a national level, even to some degree on an international level, for our sale. So we're very thankful for all the participation. We have been in the same location for the entire duration of our annual sales, and we're looking forward to the best sale yet.
I know last year after I left your sale, as I was just thinking about the sale and the weekend and everything, it was refreshing to see how many new faces there are. I mean, just in the industry overall, like through all the events that we've been to, but then specifically your event, there was so many, new faces there, and maybe they've had Longhorns for a while, but they just, don't make it to the sales down in Texas, Oklahoma area or anywhere else in the country, but they do. They come to yours, and that's fun to see.
Well, it really is. And one of the things that's really exciting, Jamie, is some of the younger generation. My grandson, for instance, who's 15, bought his first Longhorn cow at our sale 2 years ago. Guess his grandpa gets to run it for him. But then last year, I think he bought 2 more, and so did a friend of his. And we're seeing younger breeders get excited about Longhorns. And our sale really It's just we love the people in Texas and we love the state of Texas. If I tell people if I weren't a South Dakotan, I'd be a Texan, but it is so far for breeders in our region to go to that market with their cattle. So our objective has always been to develop a regional market which plays on a national level. I mean, we have bidders and cattle from all across the nation coming to our sales. So I think it helps balance out the industry on a national basis, so that all Texas don't live, or I'm sorry, all Longhorns don't really live in Texas. So there needs to be a market in areas outside of the Texas and Oklahoma and all those states. So we're very grateful for the participation, and it's really been exciting to see the new breeders get involved in this region.
All right, so let's jump into the details about the sale. What is the date and time?
Our sale is actually August 19th, which is a Saturday. We'll have check-in as early as Thursday. There'll be someone on site who can check in early consignments, or not early consignments, but early arrivals. And then the official sale check-in begins Friday morning on the 18th. And at 5 o'clock on that day, we have a regional horn measurement event. It's more for fun than it is for competition, but our location is at the Central States Fair, which boasts several 100,000 people, and so we garner a crowd every time we put Longhorns on the fairgrounds. And people love to see us measure them, and it also gives a few people some bragging rights. So that's the events on Friday. Then Saturday morning at 7 o'clock, we have what we call breakfast at the barn. We'll be serving breakfast, and then at 9 o'clock we have our third annual Parade of Bulls, and so you'll get to see some of the junior up and comers. And again, some spectacular Longhorns. Then the 19th is also our fourth annual National Love Your Longhorn Day. So we celebrate Longhorns, and as you know, people who have Longhorns, they're like family to them. And so we celebrate that day especially. 10 o'clock then is our fifth annual sale. And at 3 o'clock is our third annual points only World Qualifying Show. Then at 6 o'clock we'll have dinner on site. Then the next day, Sunday, is we started off at 8 o'clock with some gospel music and a short service. Then at 10 o'clock is our 8th annual World Qualifying Show. So show people can come and get 2 shows, points qualifying shows in 2 days. So that's kind of a rundown on our weekend, and we're just excited. We've got a full lineup for the show. We've got an excellent lineup for sale cattle.
And we should mention too that the sale is in Rapid City, South Dakota, and it's right there. Can you give the name of the fairgrounds?
Yes, it's the Central States Fairground. The address is 800 San Francisco Street in Rapid City, South Dakota. Don't go to San Francisco, come to Rapid City, but it's on San Francisco Street. And sale day contacts would be Scot O'Bryan, 605-344-2263, or Gordon, me, at 605-381-3998. As you know, we'll be live streaming the sale through Hired Hand, and people can bid online as well as in person at our sale. We're excited to once again have Dan Huntington at the auction block, crying the auction. Dan works hard for buyers and sellers of Longhorn cattle, and you've worked with Dan a lot. He's just everybody's buddy. He's a great guy, and he works really hard to keep the sale going smoothly and to make sure that everybody leaves happy.
And along with Dan, we can't forget about the pedigree reader.
Chase Fassat is our pedigree reader, one of the best in the business. So people, not everyone is a real student of pedigrees. There are a lot of Longhorn producers who don't have the encyclopedic knowledge of pedigrees like Chase does. And so when a cow comes into the ring, he's going to educate everyone in the arena. Because he has a wonderful knowledge of pedigrees, who did what with whom and how much they sold for, and even things about their progeny. And so to have a Longhorn sale without a pedigree reader is like having cereal without milk. And Chase is one of the best in the business. I'm not sure how commonplace it is. I haven't seen it at many, if any, Longhorn sales. Our cattle handling is a little unique because we have a couple of people horseback. We just think it gives the sale an interesting Old West flavor, and it saves a lot of wear and tear on the back alley people walking up and down the pens. So when you come to the sale, you're going to see a couple of, for real cowboys, mounted horseback and just walking the cattle where they need to go. So it's kind of fun to have that Old West flavor. Scot O'Bryan is the guy who is totally in charge of the back crew, and he always does an excellent job with Longhorn cattle.
And is that who they should contact in case they're arriving late or early any of those days?
They could contact Scott or me, either one, and we'll just, if they're coming early, sometimes people want to come earlier. My ranch is not far from Rapid City, about 10 minutes out, and if there are special circumstances, we'll even house a few cattle here at the ranch just so we can accommodate their travel needs. And speaking of travel, we do have some haulers. I apologize that I don't have a list of them right now, but anyone who's got their eye on a particular animal or a number of females could call me, and I'll get them personally paired up with someone who can help haul their cattle if they're not going to be here with the trailer.
Love what you're hearing? Be sure to check out our Pickup Truck Confessions.
It's a video series where we hop in the truck or rental car and interview a variety of breeders about what drives their passion for their livestock, how they got started in the breed of their choice, marketing tips, and more.
And now, back to the podcast.
So let's shift gears and let's talk about the consigners for the sale. It seems like you have quite the list this year.
We really do. I'm going to just name off a few of the ranches and names that will probably be familiar to a lot of people. Bud and Terry Adolphs from North Dakota, Corey Aduddle from Oklahoma, A&S Land and Cattle from Oregon, Fay Longhorns from Oregon, Gilliland from Texas, Hammonds from Nebraska. I think they just moved to Oklahoma, but they're still coming. Ernie and Travis Hotel. Ernie is from Nebraska and Travis is from Montana. obviously, I'll have cattle there. Ingrid Wang is going to be here with cattle, and she's from California. Hudson Longhorns, we've been really so excited to have them participate in our sale the last few years. And the LaPointes are coming from Michigan. We've got a number of locals who are breeders, Lippert's from Rapid City, Lazy JL Longhorns, the Lots Peach family from Nebraska. Another Nebraska producer that's really got an incredible program is Mike Lutt. He'll be here with several lots. M7 Longhorns from Texas, M2 Land and Cattle from Colorado, Chris Nix and his family from South Dakota, Scot and Jody O'Brien will be bringing several lots from down by Belvedere, South Dakota, the Pittman family from up by Belle Fourche, South Dakota, the Silverado Ranch out of Colorado, and Chad and Janelle Smith from North Dakota. So we've got a real good lineup, a good diversity of programs and pedigrees, and we couldn't be more pleased with the participation and the quality of Longhorn females that we have this year.
So let's talk about the consignments themselves. Do you have any updates or any scratches that you want to make people aware of?
We do have one or two scratches, and I'm searching through my catalog right now. I did not put together a list of those, but I think you have updated the catalog pretty well, and we'll have breeding information updates on sale date. We're by and large, I think we only have one, maybe two scratches. One of them is Dan Huntington's lot. I'm not sure which lot that is. Let me look. That would be lot 69. And Travis Hotel had to scratch one, and that would be either lot 10 or lot 40. I'm looking through my catalog right now. I should be able to tell you. That is, I believe it is, well, I hate to keep you on hold here while I figure that out. It is lot 40 that is scratched. So other than that, there'll be some breeding updates, and we're just really looking through the consignments and the pedigrees. I believe we're going to have the best offering we've ever had.
All right, so Gordon, can I put you on the spot for a second?
Oh, you sure can.
I'm going to have you see if you can guess the top 5 viewed animals so far to date on Hired Hand Live.
Okay, I'm going to guess that lot 75 might be in that group.
Yep, that's number 2.
I would think perhaps lot 70 would be in that group.
That one didn't quite make it, but another good lot.
I believe lot 42 probably made that list.
That one didn't either, but again, another good one.
And lot 2, perhaps.
That one didn't make it either. Do you want me to tell you who they are?
Okay, well, 1 out of 3 guesses. Now maybe you can tell me what are the top 5.
Yeah, I'll tell you. The first lot with the most views so far is lot 17, HCR Stardust.
Okay.
And then you got lot 2.
Happens to be one of ours, so that's good news.
Yep. And then the second one with the most views is HCR Blue Moon. The third one with...
That's another one of ours. That's exciting.
Yep. The third one with the most views is lot 40, UD So Pearly. And I believe his scratch was actually lot 10, not lot 40. Is that right?
You know, I think you're right.
Okay.
Now that you mention it, you are right.
All right.
So That's another one that's going to get some attention.
Yep. So then the fourth most viewed is HCR Sittin' Pretty. And then the fifth most viewed is HCR Legacy Sapphire.
My goodness. That's encouraging. We've tried to put good cattle in our own sale, and it looks like maybe people think they are good cattle. That's awesome.
All right, so now let's talk about the sponsors of your sale. Do you want to run down the list of who they might be?
Yeah, I want to give a special shout out and a thanks to Terry and Bud Adolphs. They are certainly good supporters, strong supporters. Then the Central States Fair is also a supporter. The 1880 town, for anyone who hasn't been there, it's a remarkable Old West experience. If you want to go just walk through an authentic Old West town, you want to tour the 1880 town. It's one of the hot tourist spots in our region. Then the Best Western Ramkota Hotel is another sponsor. Triple R Tack is another one of our sponsors. If you need some tack or equipment while you're in the area, Triple R Tack they're excellent folks. We want to thank Dan Huntington and Hired Hand, who also step up and help with the sale. Tobin Livestock, Sean Tobin has an ever-improving Longhorn program. He's sponsoring the show, and also his enterprise, Tobin Livestock Equipment. He sells Longhorn chutes and pens and panels and anything you can imagine for Longhorn equipment. Sean has probably got it. Want to thank Lazy JL Longhorns. They are a sponsor along with Blake's Trailer Sales. And we don't want to forget the Great Plains, Texas Longhorn Association. The top hand sale is Gordon Howie, Scott and Jody O'Brien. But we've also been very grateful for the support that the Great Plains Texas Longhorn Association lends to our sale. Also want to thank the TLBAA, who have specifically sponsored our sale. The Creation Station, if you are looking for anything from T-shirts, caps, cookbooks about anything, they can help you with that. The Silverado Ranch is a sponsor, and A&S Land and Cattle, another great sponsor, and the Hammonds, WF Longhorns, another sponsor. So we've got a great lineup of sponsors. Fay Longhorns and the Smith Longhorn family out of North Dakota, and even sponsored by another sale, the biggest little Longhorn sale in Reno. So that's a lineup of our sponsors, and we've just received support from all across the country. So we're expecting a great crowd as usual, and an exciting sale. Again, I want to just say thank you to you, Jamie, for all you do to help promote the sale and to help. We think that you offer an invaluable service to the Longhorn community with your live stream and your promotion, and not to forget the websites. I can tell you, you didn't ask me for this plug, but we, for a number of years, I managed and built my own website, and it was okay, but when I finally bit the bullet and got a Hired Hand website, I've literally seen buyers come and ask them where they heard about us. Well, they found us online, and we have such a user-friendly site with Hired Hand that it's easy for people to navigate. The pedigrees are automatically uploaded, and so thank you again for all you do.
Well, thank you, Gordon. That was very kind, and like I said earlier, I'm excited to come out to your sale again. It's always a lot of fun, and it's also exciting to see a whole nother group of people.
Well, Jamie, I appreciate the opportunity to share some of the information about our sale. Anyone who has any questions, or if there's any way I can be helpful at all, my phone number again is 605-381-3998. And people can call me anytime, 24/7. I'm just happy to help.
Well, thank you, Gordon, so much for joining us today and talking a little bit about your sale. We're looking forward to it, and we'll see you soon.
Okay, God bless and travel safe, Jamie.